everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to another video. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to my returning subscribers. Thank you to my returning viewers and my new viewers. I appreciate you guys a lot. And if you have not subscribed but you have been watching, kindly subscribe and hit a notification bell so that you can get notified every single time I upload a video. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the kindness, the love, the support, and thank you to everyone who has been sharing my videos. Thank you for the likes, the comment, the shares. It means a lot to me. Today is another day. We are on another day. I don't even remember what day it was. But guys, let me ask you something, especially mummies and the ladies. How has domestos been treating you? I don't know. My dishcloth it goes dark, even though I add a little bit of domestos in my water, and I don't like using bleach straight because it peels my hands off. So I've been using domestos for years in my whenever I wash my dishes, but now it's disappointing me. And I'm also trying the Mr. Sheen tablets, dishwasher tablets. They're okay, nothing different with the finished one, but I hate the fact that I have to unwrap it. I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, okay guys, today is another day. It's the following day. We were doing vegetable preservation. We are still doing vegetable preservation. I think I'm left with 2 videos still. Yeah. So this is what happens. Remember yesterday I told you guys that the broccoli, I did not give it enough time, including the baby marrows, because my pen was not working. Okay, I only had one pen that was fitting. So now I just took out the green beans, and you could see that they are individually frozen. That's how I wanted all my vegetables to be. So I think I'm gonna get another pen of this size so that next time I don't struggle, because I really don't like blanching them and them having to sit there and them not freezing individually like I want them to. So I'm happy with how the green beans turned out. That's how I wanted all my vegetables to be. But I'm still happy with the broccoli and the baby marrows, how they are. I'm not complaining. It's fine. It's just that I'm a perfectionist. I love things to be the way I want them, the way I think about them in my head. If that doesn't happen, yeah, I don't know. So these are all the vegetables that I managed to blanch, or that needed to be blanched, and they are blanched. They are ready for the freezer. They've been in the freezer. I'm going to take a couple to the deep freezer, and then I'll leave a couple in the house. And I am happy with how they turn out. I've already cooked the green beans and the baby marrow on Sunday. It was great. It was nice. I think I'll post a picture of them in my Instagram. These are the asparagus that I also did, and the corn. The corn, obviously, I just put it in the oven. I didn't blanch it. I put it in an oven, let it cool, then took it off the cob and put it in a Ziploc. And these are the smoothie packs. My advice would be, because this was my first time, I would cut the fruit smaller, because it's a bit difficult to maneuver with it's a bit difficult to maneuver with the blender. So here are the tomatoes. I'm starting on a pasta sauce. It's tomatoes. I just put it in an oven with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt, and the garlic. And I am going to make pasta sauce out of it. So this is the box. All the tomatoes that was in the box, I put it in an oven. I grilled them. Should I say I grilled them? That's is it grilling? I don't know what to call it, but yeah, I roasted them. Yes. Oh, correct word. I roasted them. Yes, I roasted them, and I'm letting them cool a bit, transferring them from the pans to the bowls. I'm realizing that on these videos, the vlogs that I'm making now, I'm gonna be talking a lot because I need to explain what I'm doing, so yeah. So I'm also going to put the jalapenos, a couple, and the red peppers onto the pan as well, and we are going to roast them as well. That is going to be part of our pasta sauce. Guys, it turned out so beautifully, but you guys will see it yourself. So I'm also doing that. I'm going to roast them and then let them cool, and yeah, we'll blend it together and make our pasta sauce that we are going to freeze. Yes, this is how it is the red peppers. I'm adding a little bit of salt, and I'm adding a little bit of olive oil, and I'm gonna pop them into the oven, let them roast until they are really cooked, and we'll let them cool and then blend it. So remember, oh my god, what am I doing? It's early in the morning, guys. It's 6 a.m. 6 a.m. So forgive my yawning. So I've been packaging this meat bit by bit. This is the last batch that I'm doing, and thank God, because this is also my last roll of the plastic. So this is my last batch that I'm packaging, and we will be done. Everything is in the freezer, everything is set, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. this makes me really happy because we know how much is a T-bone when you go out, and sometimes most of the time the grams that they say it is, like if they say 300 gram, I mean you can see by just looking that this is not 300 gram, or if they say it's 500 gram, you can see that this is not 500 gram. And if it's the three of us going out, you you can't go out for a meal without having at least 1,000 rand in your pocket. And that's just basics most of the time. You don't even get to have starter with a dessert or whatever. It's probably a meat and drinks. It's probably a meal and drinks. But sometimes, yeah, you will get a starter, but you can't even get a dessert. So for me, as much as going out is unwinding, but I think it's getting pricier and pricier. And I often ask myself, Hore, is it necessary? That's just me not wanting to cook, but it's expensive, guys. Like really, really expensive. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not saying I will never go out. Obviously, I do. Going out is, it's not really about food. Sometimes it's about moving away from the house, not facing your responsibilities every day, like unwinding, not having to think about, because honestly, when you are home, you constantly staring at things that you need to do. So going out gives you an opportunity not to deal with that, at least for a couple of hours. But it's getting expensive still. And that is becoming more and more difficult. And I don't blame the restaurants. Things are expensive. Things are expensive. If diesel and petrol are expensive, everything else is going to be expensive. Do you guys remember when we used to buy bread? 8 rand. And we thought that was expensive. Yo. These are the peppers, and the jalapeno, and the leftover, the tomatoes that was left, a little bit of them. I'm going to let them cool a bit, then we'll start the blending. But while that cools, I'm gonna start on chopping the onions for the pasta. I wanted to make 4, but I ended up on 3, and like 3 was enough for the pasta. So that's what I'm going to do now. Chop them, and then we'll start the pasta process. That garlic that I had roasted with the tomatoes, this is me taking it out of the, what do you call it? Is it a shell or what? I don't know what to call it. Yeah, it's easy when you've roasted it. It becomes very easy. It becomes a paste. Though I don't know if one can put it in a freezer. I will have to look it up if I can put it in a freezer like this, but it brings out the flavor more when you have done it this way. So I'm quickly just going to smash it up, just to make sure that it's, there aren't any lumps. You don't have to do this. How can you can use a spoon to do this. Yes, you don't have to use a knife. So I'm quickly just making sure that it's nice and smooth, and then we're going to start on the pasta sauce. So what I didn't show you was me prepping the peppers as well. It's peppers and jalapenos. These I'm going to make roasted peppers with. It's not part of the pastas though. I'll show you guys how I'm going to make it. I roasted them for a couple of, I don't know how long it was in the oven, and I kept turning it because I needed it to be char a little bit. Yeah. So I'll show you what I'm going to do with this, but this is not part of the pasta sauce. I'm putting a plate on so that it can steam a little bit more. I'm going to peel the skin of the peppers and the jalapenos. So yeah, so I fried the onion and the garlic. So I'm adding tomato paste. That's 100 gram each. So I just added 200 gram of tomato paste in my pan, and I'm adding onion powder. I'm finishing this off. I never put it in a container. I'm adding paprika into the mix, into the pot, and I'm adding basil. I didn't do a lot to this pasta sauce. The last thing that I added was the yellow salt. Yes. So the peppers have cooled. I'm going to start with them and blend them, and I'm going to add them into the pot. Then this will follow, the tomatoes will follow. I'm going to use the same process, blending and putting it in a pot, blending, putting it in a pot. These are the peppers. They are the first ones that I'm going to add onto the pot and let it cook a bit while I'm still blending the tomatoes. Yeah, mornings are not good for me, eh? This is my first time doing voiceover in the morning. Majority of the time is during the day or at night. I feel like I'm disorientated a little bit. This is how it looks. I've added more seasoning just to make sure that everything is tasty. So this is how it looks. It's thick, it's delicious. It was exactly, it came out perfect, the texture. So when it's like this, I'm going to freeze it, guys. But we are going to let it cool overnight. It's not going to be something that we are going to do now. It will have to cool down for overnight, and then I had put too much yellow salt on the other one, so good thing I hadn't added yellow salt on the other pot. So but it worked out well. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't pleasing to my taste buds. Yes. So we're going to let this cool down overnight, and then tomorrow I'll start packaging them and then freeze them. I'll show you guys how it looks when it's frozen. Back to the peppers. I'm following someone's recipe here. I've checked a couple of people on YouTube that made this from scratch, and I'm following their recipe. So I had brine over the leftover brine that I had made pickles with, and the other one, the chili. I had one that I wasn't using, that was like a leftover. So I'm going to use that. I will boil it and adjust the vinegar a little bit, and then it's going to be poured onto the jalapenos. So what I'm doing now, it's just me peeling the jalapenos and the pepper. Once that is done, we're gonna pour in our our brine into, or should I say the pickle juice. It's brine, it's not pickle juice, but yeah, brine pickle juice. To me they taste the same. So I'm going to put that into the peppers, and then we'll show you how I do it. The brine is ready, so we are going to pour it over the peppers, and then we are also going to close it again and let it sit like that for a couple of minutes. Maybe I let it sit for an hour, I don't know. Yes, and once that was done, I proceeded into taking it out of the brine into a colander, and then we are going to put it in a jar with a little bit of brine and a little bit of olive oil. We're going to cover it with olive oil on top. I'm also going to be adding the ginger that was left from the ones that I roasted for the pasta sauce, and add it into the peppers. It's not a must. I just love the taste of the garlic. This is how it looks when it is done. I'm going to leave it on the counter for 24 hours before I can put it in a fridge. The white stuff on the side is garlic. It's just garlic. It's garlic. So I roasted more jalapenos because remember, I want to preserve this and I really don't want to pickle them. So I roasted more, still the same way, with olive oil and a little bit of salt. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to let this cool overnight and I'm going to freeze them. So I have a jalapenos for the next coming pasta sauce, two, because I had two medium packets. So I have those. So next time when I buy tomatoes, I probably won't buy jalapenos. If I want for pasta, I'll just buy a box of tomatoes, and then I have roasted jalapenos in my freezer. So it will be just peppers and what do we call peppers and tomatoes only. So once that was done, it was already late in the evening. I went ahead and started slicing the red peppers. It was late, like really late, but yeah, so I did that, and then I did the sliced one, the one that I normally use for my stir fries. So now I'm doing the chopped ones, that I'm normally using when I'm frying something, the stews and all of that. So that's what I'm doing now. And I'm going to repeat the same thing with the yellow one, the yellow peppers, and I'm going to freeze them. If you have watched this video up until this far, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Kindly drop me a rose emoji in the box section, in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed, kindly do so and hit the notification bell. Help us grow this humble home of ours. I do not know what, I cannot classify this channel as what it is or what is going to be. All I can say is that it's all about homemaking. Anything that has to do with homemaking, if I feel comfortable or if it's not violating my family's privacy, I'll definitely share it with you guys. So thank you once again for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share if you can. Thank you so much. Bye.